to the ground. Hey you guys, Eve here, welcome back to my channel. No, I'm not naked, I'm just wearing this dress today. Woohoo! Sort of prom looking like, because as you can see from the topic, we're gonna be talking prom related stuff and stories. By the way, I decided that it's a really good idea to put some kind of a name for my storytime videos, because storytime videos is pretty self-explanatory and I wanted something just related to my channel. So I decided to call my stories Story Bits. Kinda goes with the name of my channel. It was my first intention when I was coming up with it to be like story bits, bits of stories, hope you like that. And this is actually not my real prom dress from that story that I wore this time, but I've been looking for an excuse to wear it. You know how girls are. So getting back to the story, another thing that happened to me in my high school years, and to be more precise, when I was a senior in high school. I don't know how it is with you guys in your countries, but in my country we only get to have one prom. It's a senior prom, we don't have junior proms, it's just one big party, everyone's so excited about it. You know how it is with proms, you're just meant to look beautiful, you just have to look beautiful with the best dress. This is especially for girls. The best dress, the best makeup, the best shoes, manicure, just everything, everything. Now that I look back on it, the pressure was way too big and there was really no reason to be so into this, because after some years it's gonna be past, you're gonna look at pictures, everybody looked beautiful anyway, no matter how much your dress was worth. But when you're still a student and you're in high school, there are certain things that for some reason are more important to people. For example, how are you gonna look in your prom? Are you gonna be better looking than somebody else? What's your dress gonna look like? What's your makeup gonna look like? All that stuff. For some reason, the high school me only cared about the dress pretty much. I did not need it to be expensive. I really wanted to get it over with. I just went through like millions of stores, but I did not try on dresses I didn't like. I don't like going around stores just putting stuff on, wasting my time. It's just so tedious to me. So I just liked this one dress. I'm gonna insert picture later. It was too big for me, but I really liked it, so I bought it. I got it altered to fit me. It was just beautiful. And for some reason, I was not too excited about finding a salon to do my hair and nails and makeup. I just knew there are so many places available. They're still like months ahead of the prom. I still have time to find somebody to do this. So I just had to find a place to do it for me. But at this point, I thought that every salon is good enough to do what I wanted. It was not that complicated. So one day, my mom comes home and she tells me that one of her friends was very happy with her hairstylist. She would cut her hair all the time. She was very happy with it, and she booked me an hour for my prom to be at that hairstylist salon. Now, keep in mind that my mother's friend always had this very short hair, and it's not because a short hair cannot be cute or complicated, it's just her particular hair was never anything special. It was just cut short and that was it. You couldn't really figure out how good of a hairstylist that woman was from looking at that particular hair, because it was nothing special. But she did tell my mother that she was also doing long hair, prom hair, special occasions, weddings, all sorts of things. So at this point I didn't even question it. I'm like, great, one more thing that has been done. I don't need to plan much more. I'm just gonna go to this lady, I'm gonna let her know what I want. It's gonna be done deal. So usually before a prom or a special occasion, you would go before the actual date. In my case, before the actual prom, I would go to this lady to meet her, tell her exactly what I want to be done to my hair, and she's going to do something like a test hairstyle so that we can figure out if it's something that I want, if it's the thing that I've been imagining, or I want something different. I don't know how many days before the actual prom that was, but it was quite close to the date itself. I go to this lady and, you know, I tell her exactly what I want. I believe I had many pictures, and I just let her know that I want the front of my hair to be a little bit on the top, to have just a little bit of volume, not too much. I also wanted to have a few French braids on the sides of my hair, and the rest of my hair to just be curled up, just down, because my hair is usually very straight. This time I wanted something different. I wanted romantic curls on my long hair. Keep in mind that This hair right now is not long. Back then I had very long hair, way longer than this now. So that lady goes and she's like, yes, I know exactly what you want. I can see this in my mind. I visualize it. It's gonna look great on you. You have beautiful hair. Let's get going. So at first, I told her what I wanted, but she started for some reason experimenting a lot on the top of my hair. I actually have pictures of this. And no matter how embarrassing, I'm going to include them. So this lady starts doing all sorts of things on the top of my head where I said I wanted just a little bit of volume, just a little bit. She goes ahead and does some poofy things. And then I look into the mirror and the first thing that she did looked kind of like a muffin. Yeah, like a muffin. And there wasn't a lot of hair going down initially like I wanted. It was just up here in this weird mess going on. So I go ahead and tell her, yeah, that's very interesting, but I was kind of imagining something with less poof going on, like less volume, just a little bit of volume, not like a muffin going on. And she keeps explaining how she knows what she's doing. She tries another one, and this time it's not a muffin, it's more like a French croissant. And again, I have to explain to her, no lady, this is not exactly what I want. This is too much. Just dial down the voluminous thing going on there. Just a little bit less, please, please. She curls a little bit of my hair and she goes and says, yeah, so pretty much we got the idea of what we're gonna do. This is fine. You can go home now. I got everything. Just show up on the prom day. It's gonna be perfect. Bye. And she sends me away with just half of my head curled. Just half of my head. I had to come up with some ridiculous braid ponytail thing going on so that I don't look like a freak on the street with just one part of my hair curled up and the other one straight. This should have been my first clue that I should run far from that. For some reason I believed her. I don't know why. I'm still sorry, so sorry for this moment. Prom day arrives. I get up really early. The time when I had to be at the salon was around 8 or 9 a.m. Super early because I just wanted to make sure that everything will be ready. My makeup as well, my nails as well, and then I could just go home, be with my family, get dressed up, and not be way too stressed on the very same day. So I go to the hair salon and this lady starts doing my hair. She does the poof. This time, thank God, it does not look like a muffin. And she had so much trouble doing the side French braids that I wanted on the sides of my hair. Like she's never done this before. Like, lady, I am better at this now. After watching a million YouTube videos, I can now do way better hairstyles and braids than you. What have you been doing all this time? YouTube was still available. She has the hardest time doing those braids, but she finally kind of gets the head of it and she finishes them. And I still have this super long half of my hair just going down, being super straight, and needs to be curled. She uses so much hairspray. My hair almost becomes plastic. But at this point I'm thinking, that's good, I'm gonna be dancing all night, we're gonna be doing pictures. I definitely don't want my hair to get ruined like the first 5 minutes, so I guess that's cool. And then she starts curling my hair, doing those romantic curls that I asked for with a curling iron. And they turn up super weird. And I just have to show you this because it's super ridiculous that someone who's been trained for that would attempt anything like this. Let's say she wanted to curl this part and my finger is the curling iron. Usually you're supposed to use the entire surface of the curling iron, but this lady does this. She just puts everything on the same spot over and over again, and then when she releases, there's just teeny tiny loop at the end and no curl at all. She does this like 5 times every time the same thing happens. And at the end, she's trying to figure out some reason of why this is not happening and she starts blaming it on me. She's going like, your hair is way too long and there's not enough space on the curling iron, it's just not happening. Your hair is way too long for this to work. And I'm thinking, this woman is insane. There's so many girls with long hair and it doesn't mean that your curling iron needs to be a meter in length. There are just certain things that you get to do which you should have been trained for in order to curl my hair. It's not that hard. My god, thinking about this now, I would have done such a better job than her and not waste my money on someone who does not know what they're doing. And then, looking at the watch, it's been 5 hours. I've been there for 5 hours, my hair is still not done. She hasn't done pretty much anything. And then another girl walks into the salon. Apparently that's her client after me. But that girl did not have a prom. She did not have a special occasion, no weddings, no proms, no things like that. And the hairstylist leaves me, the girl that has prom, later in a couple of hours. She leaves me waiting and she goes to her next client to do her hair. Fucking I'm the one who has a prom and you're gonna leave me to go do some other girl who doesn't even have such special occasion. She can just wait for a bit. She's going clubbing in the evening and I have a prom. You're gonna leave me on the chair after I've already been here for 5 hours? So I'm like freaking out, almost in the middle of a crisis, and then the sky opened and something magical happened. One of her assistants shows up and she offers to finish my hair because that lady obviously doesn't have the time to do it and she wasn't doing any type of job anyways. So this assistant of hers starts curling my hair, and at this point I'm in my complete nightmare. I'm just devastated. I don't believe anyone in this salon can do anything anymore. I'm almost prepared to go home and leave and finish the whole thing by myself. But then this assistant lady actually starts doing a good job. Yeah, she actually knows how to curl hair, even long hair. So this assistant actually did a pretty good job. She was the savior of the day. She did my hair. It took her just like 20 minutes to get everything fixed. It was not as I imagined, but it was pretty good and I was happy with it and I just couldn't wait to get the hell out of there. That other hairstylist does not deserve to have her job. She does not deserve to be a hairstylist. I don't know who taught her to do whatever, but you can do yourself a way better job just looking at YouTube videos, which is probably something that I should have done. I don't think anyone was gonna notice if I've done my hair myself, because I could have done a way better job than her. Anyways, the day was saved. I actually got to go to the prom, everything was ready, I was not late. I got to see all of my relatives, which is something like a tradition. They all get together at their special day and you make pictures with them and they stay for dinner while you go meet up with your schoolmates and teachers and just go celebrate the fact that you're graduating school. Also, the dress that I got for my prom, it was not this long gown. At this point I just wanted a shorter dress. And it's really cute. I still find it so cute, and my best friend used to call me like the bubblegum fairy because of that dress. I can't even be mad at her. In fact, that's like super accurate. If there's something that I have to say from my experience, don't get too nervous about this. I know that there's so much pressure to look great, to have expensive dresses, makeup, but no one's gonna go around at your prom, look at the price tag of your dresses, ask how much this was, how much that was. There's so many ways to do a good job even by yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much my message. I just wanted to be clear. I don't want anyone to be under such a stress because this is your prom. You should be having fun. You should not be stressed over details like that. Again, thank you so much for being with me today. Give this video a thumbs up. It's gonna show me that you like it and that you definitely want to see other storytime videos from me, now known as #StoryBits. #StoryBits. Also, feel free to check out the rest of my videos on my channel and stalk me on some of my social media in the details below. I'm gonna see you very, very soon, and I'm trying to stick with a schedule and posting every Thursday. I don't know if it's gonna stick, but for now it's working out. Bye!